Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We have a breaking news coming in now. We are learning that Israel has closed its airspace following the US attack on the Iranian nuclear sites. This is big now. Israel has closed its airspace in an apparent precautionary measure following the US strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. The Israel Airports Authority has announced this, and the land crossings into Egypt and Jordan remains open. The Port Authority has also informed that Israel has closed its airspace in an apparent precautionary measure following the US strike. We have Akansha Swaroop joining us. Akansha, in an expected move, now Israel has closed its airspace.
Absolutely, because remember, Iranian missiles have also intercepted over Tel Aviv, and the IAEA has been following up on the three nuclear sites in Iran. And we all have been made aware that Israel has started responding already. There's been a barrage of missiles which have been directed towards Israel. And Khomeini's representatives have also been urging attack on the U.S. forces, the closure of Hormuz Strait. So as far as the Indian response is concerned, Kaveri, it's happening thick and fast. And so it's only understandable that Israel is now shutting its airspace. How much of an impact will this have on the Israeli army, on the Israeli civilians? Because remember, the IAEA report has already arrived. Will there be a fresh inspection being done? Because these three nuclear facilities are some of the most important ones, Fordo being the one with the maximum enrichment of uranium. And there are already reports of perhaps a possible nuclear leakage. There are concerns on both sides now that Iran has decided to respond as aggressively. But what we can tell you is that there have been blasts and explosions reported not just in Tel Aviv, in Haifa also. And so it's understandable that Israel has now gone ahead to and decided to shut its airspace.
Also, Akansha, the United Nations watchdog on the International Atomic Energy Agency has said that it can now confirm that there is no increase in off-site radiation levels that have been reported at this time. And earlier, apart from all these nuclear sites, the Bushehr plant is the only one that has been spared from the attacks. And yesterday, the agency also confirmed that if Israel carries out any strikes on this particular base, there is going to be far-reaching effects.
Absolutely, and this is an ongoing inspection. You know, there will be time to time inspections done. When you're talking about Bushehr, remember Bushehr is also a plant which was providing nuclear energy for civilian purposes, for their civilian use as well, for clean electricity usage as well. So perhaps that's why Bushehr has not really drawn so much attention. But if you look at the ones that have been destroyed, I think it's very important to highlight the importance of all of these, whether it is Fordo, Natanz or Isfahan. Natanz is, in fact, south of Tehran. It's considered as the largest uranium enrichment facility. Fordo is, it's a very, a hidden, secretive one. It was close to the holy city of Qom. A good chunk of what we know is coming from Iranian documents that were stolen years ago by Israeli intelligence. And the recent IAEA reports had suggested that Iran had ramped up its uranium enrichment to a 60% at the Fordo facility, which is why it was also now becoming an open threat to not just Israel but the United States. Isfahan is located in central Iran. The facility was built with support from China. Remember, that's very important. It operates 3 small Chinese supplied reactors, which have also been destroyed, a fuel production plant. So we'll have to see how much of a widening of the conflict takes place now. Will be asking for help from China, and how will China respond? Because we've seen how China has assisted Pakistan in the entire crisis when it happened between India and Pakistan. They were assisting Pakistan with their own defense mates. Will they stay away from the conflict and perhaps give them defense assistance? how much Russia can afford to get involved, given that they have a war already going on in Gaza. These
Right.
are key critical questions. But as far as the IAEA inspections are concerned, there are timely assessments being made, Kaveri, and the IAEA is still monitoring as we speak. So to rule out that there's no nuclear leakage by the IAEA is also an ongoing observation.
Right, Akansha, please stay on with us. We also have MJ Vinod back with us. MJ Vinod, now I beg your pardon, Iran is ramping up attacks on Israel, and Israel has also cancelled flights until the 27th of June. Clearly, Middle East is going to see a high-octane action in the coming week.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of air travel, especially east of these regions, are badly affected. In fact, going to, talking about, India, a lot of flights were going to Georgia, Tbilisi, and those places now are going, via Panama Canal and the Red Sea, hooking northwards and coming downwards. So it is affecting a lot of people. It is affecting a lot of air travel. So to think that these attacks are localized to one region is false. Secondly, oil prices are likely to go up, though India has said it is not likely to go up in the near future. But the near future, in my opinion, will be something like a week or a month. Beyond that, oil prices will surge. There is no doubt about that. A little bit of ethanol blending and all that is something which could control it for maybe another week. But thereafter, then we are going to go, into a worse times economically, especially countries which are dependent on the oil-producing nations. Third
Right.
and very important aspect is the nuclear fallout also, what ma'am was talking about. See, um, for country like us, we are affected by westerly winds, Pakistan, India. And westerly winds are very strong, 120 knots, that's 240 kilometers an hour. And it starts off something like 20,000 feet onwards. So all this rising ash that you see on your screen, if it is contaminated, and those contamination is going to carry all across the globe,
Right.
eastwards because of the westerly winds. So it is going to affect a large part of the world. And, there are times when volcanic ash have come around full circle to the point of origin.
Right.
Depending on how much this waste is going to go up into the atmosphere, it can affect the entire band of this particular latitude and longitude. Over to you.
Right, MJ Vinod, please stay on with us. We have some more breaking news coming in now. International Atomic Energy Agency on Iran nuclear site attack says